Today we want to talk with you about how to allow the things you want. And we're going to be talking about the laws of the universe. You are aware of them. You've been listening to us for a little while. You know about the powerful law of attraction. Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? And do you know that law of attraction is managing the vibrational frequencies of the universe? And do you know that you are a vibrational being first and foremost? So you're always transmitting a signal. And whatever you are giving your attention to is causing you to transmit that signal. So law of attraction is matching the signal that you're transmitting, not yesterday and not tomorrow, but now. Matching your now signal, matching your now signal. So what do you do about your now signal? How do you prepare your now signal? How do you approach this world? Here you are in your flesh, blood, and bony bodies, mostly not even recognizing the fact that you are vibrational beings, that you are transmitting and receiving mechanisms in a universe that's managed by law of attraction, who is managing all of those transmissions. So do you like knowing that you are vibrational? And do you like knowing that there's a way to know what your vibrational output is? Your emotions tell you, don't they? Your emotions let you know whether in this moment what you're broadcasting with your mind, with your thoughts, with your words, what you're broadcasting, whether or not it matches who you really are and all that you've come to. We've been talking to you for a while, and we've offered a whole lot of ways of helping you to reorient yourself. Reorient yourself into the realization, to the remembering that you are vibrational beings. Because when you remember that, and when you get a handle on what you're broadcasting, and then when you practice what you're broadcasting consistently, so that you get a vibrational rhythm going, law of attraction will make it easy for you to keep whatever momentum you've got going. In other words, if you're noticing something, you offering a vibration that matches it. And since you're now offering a vibration that matches it, you're going to realize it more, because what you're offering vibrationally and what you are now realizing is going to come back to you more and more and more. Sometimes our physical friends say, but wait, couldn't someone just change what I'm observing so that when I observe something that's really good, I will offer a signal that is really good, and in offering that signal that's really good, then I'll get more of what's really good. And we say, it does work like that. But there's a faster way of going about this, and a way that will always work for you. And that is, if you will decide that you don't need to wait for something good to observe before you broadcast a signal that matches something that you consider to be good, then you're going to tune your frequency so that only things that would qualify in the category of what you consider to be good can be realized by you. What do you think about that word, realized? Realized. Not so much, huh? Well, we really like it. We really like it. So we're going to give you just a very brief explanation of who you are and who we are and how we all fit into this together. And then we're eager to talk with you about anything that matters to you. Don't worry about us. We will wedge our message in the crack. So you are vibrational beings, and you are source energy beings, and you were source energy before you came into this body. And even though you are now in this body, you are still source energy. In fact, you are still more non-physically source energy vibrational beings than you are this flesh, blood, and bone version that you think of mostly as you. So here you are in your physical body. A part of all that you are is focused here. And as you explore the variety, just as you knew you would, in this magnificent leading edge environment, which is the leading edge of all creation, as you explore it from your personal point of view, you come to personal awarenesses and decisions of what you would prefer, how this can be better, how this can be better, the improvement in that, the improvement in that. By sifting through life, just like you planned, you know what you don't want, which causes you to know what you do want. So you are emanating signals of desire all day, every day. They are shooting out of you as vibrational offerings. We like to call them rockets of desire, because you can't help but produce them because life causes you to focus them into being. So you launch a rocket. Maybe you don't have enough money, and so you launch a rocket, and then another and another and another and another. I want more money. I want more money. I want more prosperity. I want more freedom to do as I want to do. You're launching that rocket over and over and over and over. And every time you do, that vibrational rocket, that vibrational intention, that vibrational becoming is received by that non-physical part of you. That non-physical part of you, we are gesturing like this because that non-physical part of you immediately becomes the vibrational equivalent of your desire. More prosperity now that you have just asked. More vibrational awareness and ability to be more prosperous than ever before. Just now. So that vibrational version of you, we are doing this gesture because we are wanting to imitate your vortex of creation, this vibrational version of you which precedes all manifested versions. This vibrational version of you has just become more prosperous. But the question that this gathering really wants to present to you in a way that you will ponder and come to conclusions about is that while the non-physical part of you has become more prosperous as a result of your asking, what are you doing in relationship to it right here and now? And for the most part, when you launch a rocket of desire, it's from an awareness of the contrast. So you are most likely more aware of what you don't want than of what you do want, even though what you do want has just become focused upon by the source within you. It's more powerful now than it has ever been before. Now you can tell by the way you feel whether your focused thought in this moment matches that one. If it does, you feel elation, you feel excitement, you feel eagerness, you feel vibrationally up to speed with who you have really become. But if you're pensive, if you are fearful, if you are worried, if you are ornery, if you are unhappy, if you are feeling negative emotions, those negative emotions, in fact all emotions, are your indicator of how matched you are to who you really are or how mismatched. Whether you are allowing your connection, allowing yourself to be the realizer of what you're asking for, or whether you're on some frequency that is preventing your full view of it. Because it's not that someone else is ever withholding anything from you, but you may very well be vibrationally mismatched so that you are not seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. You're missing the clues because you're vibrationally out of whack with what you set into motion, with what you ask for, you see. So we've been calling this gathering for a while the art of allowing, and it really is an art that you will nurture. It's the art of getting up to speed with who I just became. Life just caused me to become more, but if life has just caused me to become more and I'm beating the drum of my justification of why I need that or want that, I want that because I want it because I don't have it. We're beating the drum. I want that because I don't have it. I want that because I think I should have it. That person has it, and that person has it, and that person has it, and that person has it. Why don't I have it? And in that question of what's missing, you are fostering, encouraging, continuing to practice a vibrational frequency that prevents you from realizing what you're asking for. So in order to make this really clear for you, in order to make this so that you can really understand how it works, because we know in your ability to translate vibration, you are so good at it. You are seeing and you are hearing and you are smelling and you are tasting and you are touching. You are so good at translating vibration, you don't even know that you are doing it. You're so good at translating the vibration of this universe into something that you can realize that you don't recognize that you are doing that. So we are presenting to you some explanations of how these laws work in order to help you understand where, if we were standing in your physical shoes, we would put our emphasis on this eternal path of never-ending expansion. And from our point of view, this eternal path of never-ending joyous expansion is supposed to be fun. It is supposed to be fun. It is supposed to feel good. It is supposed to fulfill you every step of the way. And if there is anything less than that happening, then you're pinching yourself off unnecessarily. So the contrast causes you to ask, and it becomes a vibrational reality immediately. And our physical friends say, well, that's very nice for someone, that it is now a vibrational reality. But I want that vibrational reality to become more. I want to realize it fully. I want to be able to see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it. I'm happy that you're happy, Abraham, that there's a vibrational reality. But I want that vibrational reality to be more. I want the money in my bank and the lover in my bed. I want more. I want more than this vibrational reality. And we say, then all you have to do is tune yourself to the frequency of your vortex. And it's not something that you will do instantaneously. In almost every case, it is something that you do gradually. But in every case, it is absolutely something that you can do. So if you've been listening to us for a while, you've heard us go on and on about law of attraction to the point that you're sort of tired of hearing about it. But it doesn't slow us down because it matters so much. And if you've been listening to us for a while, you've been hearing us talking about the vortex and how it is vibrating at a very high frequency, and that it would be really good for you, good feeling for you, and good results for you if you could gradually and consistently raise your vibration to the frequency of what's in your vortex. Because when you're up to speed with all that you've become, you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, you feel wonderful, things go well for you, you have good timing, you have good flexibility, life is sweet for you, and those around you benefit just being near you. So if you've been listening to us for a while, you know about this vortex stuff. But today we want to talk to you about what happens once you have launched a rocket, once we've gotten hold of it, once source energy, the likes of us, has focused upon it and brought it into a vibrational reality that is ready to manifest, ready to be realized, ready for you to actualize it into your experience, ready for you to make it the reality that you want to claim out here on this leading edge, this furthest, most expanded part of the universe where everything that is wonderful must manifest if you will only allow it in your experience. So what's the next step? Well, the next step is recognizing that while you sifted through the contrast, and while you launched the rocket, and while the rocket went where it's supposed to be, and while source took hold of it, and while all of the cooperative components have been assembled, and while it's ready to pop into your experience, you, the creator of this wonderful thing that you put into the vortex, it's ready to pop into your experience, but you have to prepare yourself vibrationally for the revelation of it, for the realization of it. And in order to explain that in a way that you can really hear it, we're saying, so here's your vortex at this very high frequency. Imagine a cork bobbing on the surface of the water, up there where the pure vibration is. You can hold that cork under the water. You can. But when you let go of it, it's going to bob right back up there. So when you stop doing those things you do that hold your cork under the water, you'll bob right back up, and you'll be a vibrational match to that which you want. Happens every night when you sleep for a moment. It bobs up, that you grab hold of it and drag it right back down usually, as you remember yesterday. So your cork is bobbing on the surface. And when your cork is bobbing on the surface, when what you are thinking about in this moment, when what you are giving your attention to is absent of resistance, when you're not doing that thing you do that makes you feel uneasy, when you're not introducing into your vibrational frequency unwanted things, better said, when you are in a place of allowing, when you've been meditating, when you've been praising, when you've been appreciating, when you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, when you are in love, when you are in that high-flying, good-feeling place, when your emotions are telling you how good you are feeling, then you are a perfect vibrational match to what's in your vortex. And what's in your vortex then, through the path of least resistance, can flow easily into your experience. But the realization of it is yours. We call that your grid filling in. Humans often call it, it's when inspiration comes. It's when you just have that feeling about something. So the grid fills in all kinds of wonderful ways. The first evidence that you're up to speed and your grid is filling in with the contents of your vortex is you just feel wonderful. You feel good, you feel elation, you feel clear-minded, you feel inspired. An idea will flow in, and when the idea comes, you'll know it's a good one. You'll know it's a good idea. It's the grid filling in. Sometimes you want the grid to fill in, boom, you just want it right there where you can observe it. And we say, if you'll be patient and allow this natural evolution of the grid filling in, then you'll get in sync with the rhythm of life that you intended when you came forth into this physical body to begin with. Not one of you said, I'll go forth and I would like to just think of something and I would like it to manifest, and then I will just observe that good thing, and then I'll think about that, and then other good things will come. And we say, if you were operating under those very speedy conditions, this seminar would be about de-manifestation.